Hi, this is Sarah, the Stitchin Mommy, and it's Monday, May 15th, 2023. Here for my weekly cross-stitching update. Probably going to be kind of quick because it's all similar projects and not too many of them, but I have Smokey. I brought her in. She's been sleeping in her little bed, which is in like the landing right out there, but she hasn't been wanting to come in, can't be bothered. So I finally had enough of you saying, "Where is she?" that I thought I'd just bring her in. So hopefully she'll make a nuisance of herself and you guys can enjoy that. Travel stitching. I worked on my temperature quaker this week, like I do. This is May right here in the middle. I had to drive separately on Sunday, which is when I normally stitch on this in the car to and from church. So I did a little bit. We had a funeral we went to on Saturday where I was the passenger. So I went ahead and started it on Saturday and then finished it up at home on Sunday. So I did get the 7 sections I usually do. It was just a little bit different timing, but this is where I'm at now. 25 count vintage cloth in the color prim, 1/1 full cross, and that's 94. So it goes from purple all over to like a little orangey color within a couple weeks. So, and even like I wore a tank top on Saturday and I was just doing the laundry today, putting away a bunch of long sleeve shirts that were from these days. Kind of crazy, but thankfully that seemed to be a one-off. I think it's going to be, at least today is going to be in the high 80s, which is still pretty warm, but it's not, it's more like these colors, not quite as warm. So we can wait on more of those orangey orangey colors until later in the summer. Thank you. So it's been really nice this year, so feeling a little bit spoiled, but I'll enjoy it while I can. I did get a little bit more done on my Year in Stitches by the Victoria Sampler. My Whip Go draws for this month were October and December, so I'm trying to do them both kind of at the same time. And I was struggling with figuring out how to accomplish that because the color schemes are very different. But I went ahead and did like all the black in this one and all the white in this one for the most part. And I came back over here and did some white over here. There's some white specialty stitches down here, but there's cross stitching also down here. So I want to do the cross stitching first. So that's the only white I did not yet do in this one. And there were some black bits in these people and the little music notes that I have not yet done because there was too much counting involved. So most of the black and white. And then I think from here on out, I can do like color completing the actual colors in both sides now that there's some structure in place. So I think it's a nice, I think it went pretty well this week. So there's Smokey taking her bath. Here is this one, and I'll look over it so I can see what I'm doing and put the last week's progress on top. This is 28 count Dove Gray Monaco, mostly 2/2 full cross. Specialty stitches are 1 strand most of the time, so all those satin stitches are 2 strands. And then there is some little 1/1, so like these little birds are 1/1. There's still a little bit more of them to do. And I don't know if there's any 1/1 in the October one, but yeah, so I got like the roofs and windows and the little skeleton boy. I think he's pretty much done now. The witch's hat is started. And then over here we have all the lacy bits at the top, plus a lot of the snow in the tree and in the sky and the ground. So yeah, a decent amount of progress, I think. So going forward this week, I've started in on some green here, and that will be in the tree as well. So there'll be a good amount of green in both of them. And then I can go through and put in all the other colors and finish them up. So hopefully these will get done before the end of the year, or the end of the month, I mean, so that I won't get behind on my Whip Go projects. And I think that's all I worked on in here. I did get a little bit done on flea market flowers. I think 3 different sessions on this. So I took it with me to family dinner last week. I took it with me to a dentist appointment for my daughter since I was just chilling, and then my call with my sister. So good, sorry, good progress on this one. More smoky. I finished up, this is one of the bigger blocks, so I'm still working in this June block here, but this is 25 count vintage cloth in the color Barley, 1/1 full cross. Working over here in June. Well, this is the one I have picked for June because I had 12 blocks left at the beginning of the year. And so I finished the lighter petals all the way around, and I'm using that same color to fill in the background. So that's started, the background filling. And then there's one more color of petals in there as well. So there's still a good amount of stitching left on this one to do. So hopefully I can pull this one out at the very least when I talk to my sister this week, but any other take it with me things, I don't know if I'll have any of those this week, but we'll see. This week should be a little bit more boring scheduling wise, which is good. Friday will be busy, but I think all the other days are going to be pretty normal, so that should be nice. I think, yes, I did work a tiny bit on my Honeybee for Mill Hill Monday last week. I will not have family dinner this week or next week's. So I don't think I'll work on this the next couple weeks. I want to just, normally if I don't have to make dinner, I have a little extra time in the afternoon. So that makes it nice and easy to have, you know, my bonus stitching in the afternoon. But since I will need to make dinner today and next Monday, then I'll go ahead and I think I'll scrap this. And then any stitching time I get will be on my letter fairy to try to get her done. She's really close. So I think I only got, this is 2 lengths of orange. So I don't know, maybe this one, maybe some over here. I'm not 100% sure. You can see the before and after. So just chipping away at the background. The orange is fun because it shows some dimension in there, which is cool. Dark colors tend to do that. So that's fun. I'll probably wait to bring that back out until June when, well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You may see it again before June to play it by ear. I think that's all like the incidental stitching, and then I just have my letter fairy, which I worked on Monday for my regular cross stitching, and let's see, 2 times for bonus stitching Thursday and Saturday to finish up a length of stitching. So I think on let's see, on Monday I beaded and started some brown, and then on the other 2 days I was finishing up the brown because it takes a little while to finish it up. And this, the way this is charted, where it's all a bunch of like lines and the brown is going around the lines, it's a little tricky to keep my place on my pattern because I'm just using the paper copy. I keep thinking it'd be very helpful to go and I have like a magnetic line thing that I could put over it, and then probably be really easy to use that, but I haven't taken the time to go get it out of my closet and figure out where it is, and so I'm just not using it. So anyways, I'm making do. I'm almost done with that section. So here is where she is at now. This is 32 count water lily linen, which is the called for fabric, and mostly my own fancy floss conversion, although some of these teal colors are actually called for. Yeah, so I did this vine, I believe, along with these swirls down here, and then these curly cues are done now, and then more of this brown, that's all new. So really I have the bottom of the F that swirls around here, and the rest of this leaf and like beads and stuff. So like it's just right here I have left. So yay! It's getting there. I do very much enjoy working on this when I give it my normal stitching time. So I do think that's a good plan going forward to abolish the bonus stitching 24/7 daily 30 concept. Because it's just not working for me at this stage of my life. So that's okay. It's important to understand what works and what doesn't and make adjustments as needed. So for now, I'll continue to, like I've been doing, if I have extra time, I will give it some bonus time here in the month of May because I want to get it done in May. But I'm trying to think. Yeah, going forward, I will just give my fairies 1 day a week, and I think that'll be good. And I'll hopefully get them done that way. Let's see. Okay, trying to figure out what else. I only have 2 projects. Shouldn't be that complicated. Okay, so Cupcake Dreams has been my focus piece, and it will be one more time. This is a former freebie by Tilton Crafts, and it was charted full coverage with a solid white background, and I'm not doing it that way. So it is my focus piece for the month of May and my full coverage, no background piece for the month of May. So technically, I have finished the 2-week chunk, the 2 5-day chunks for the focus time, and this week will be the full coverage, no background chunk. And I thought it'd be fun to give it all 3 weeks to try to see how much I could do. I did not get as much done this week as I got on the week before. I was just a little bit busier this week. But total, I got 711 stitches and finished 10 colors. So here is this one. This is 28 count, like mint Jubilee, 1/1 full cross. And this fabric, I saw Triple M Stitching. She showed it. She was thinking of using it for a project coming up. And I'm like, ha, that's what I'm using. I was gifted some of this. It's really nice to work on. So I finished those 10 colors. I'm color completing from the colors with the least amount of stitches down to the most. So like starting this week, they were in the 50s. Now they're, I think, in the 70s per color. So that's been fun. You can see the swirls on the frosting starting to develop along with the dark bits. It's a chocolate cupcake. So the chocolate, the cake part down here is really dark and the frosting is lighter, but it's still gonna be kind of browny. And then the 2 strawberries up here and this strawberry. This is a lot of solid stitching, but those are, has a lot more stitches per color because of that. So I haven't done any more in the like wrapper other than the shadow down here. So yeah, it's coming. So I will give that another 5 days this week and see how far I get. It's very cute. So I have enjoyed working on that one. And then Sunday, I pulled out my seasonal Sunday piece for May, which is Celtic Ladies. And I'm currently working on the spring quadrant because it is spring. I will hopefully give this 4 different months worth of Sundays. So this is the current first rotation on this year. And I'm really happy with what I did this week. Ow. I finished the top banner. It says spring. And I did all the rest of the petite treasure braid that's up there and added all the beads. So that top banner is 100% finished. So fun. So going forward, this is 32 count lamb's wool by Witchelt. So it's the stiff see-through kind, which I actually don't mind too much because of the way I stitch in hand. It kind of holds its shape nicely. It's a little warmer in person, but going forward, this coming Sunday, I may not get much time to stitch at all because I have some company coming, but if I get some time, I'd like to work on her hair next. This is green, I believe, right here. Yeah. So she has like flowers and beads and stuff in her hair. So maybe not any beads, at least flowers. But I do, this her head starts up here. So I'm gonna work on some hair, maybe face. We'll see what I can accomplish here. The last Sunday in May, it would be nice to maybe work on some of these medallions because it's got lots of, it's got some more petite treasure braid. It's got some sparkles, lots of beads. So I don't know, but I do want to get started on her too. So I'll focus on her this coming week. And if I anticipate that I'm not going to have any time on Sunday, I might work on her a little bit for bonus stitching on Saturday, even though probably shouldn't. Or work on her a little bit on Monday for bonus stitching next week. Just if I, you know, end up with 0 stitching time on Sunday, because I want to get a little bit done on her every week. So, and that's it. So pretty simple, but I've been enjoying it. So this will be my last week of mostly monogamous May because I'm working on the same 3 projects again this week. And going forward, the last week and a half of May, I will be adding in some different things. So that'll be fun. But I have really enjoyed this and just kind of seeing the progress, ticking away all those colors on the Cupcake Dreams. It's been really fun. And yeah, the end is in sight on Letter Fairy, so who knows? Maybe there'll be a finish next week. I need to realize I think I do have 2 weeks here to finish it and frame it and get it to my in-laws who are going to go visit the niece that is graduating. I think she graduates in 3 weeks, but we'll have some family in town that last week of May, so I don't want to assume I will have time that week. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get it done here in the next week or 2. There's Smokey having her nap here instead of in the hallway. So you're welcome. She's become more cat and less kitten. So she is sleeping a lot more, less frisky and mischievous than she used to be, but she still has her moments. All right, with that, I guess that's everything. Really short this week, so I'm kind of sorry it's not longer. Yesterday was Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all of you, whether or not you did anything special. We all have had a mother, so I got a few presents. I got a larger cutting mat for my quilting, which is fun. I didn't bring that up to show, but nothing stitchy related. Oh, and I got some stickers for my planner probably for next year, so that's fun. I haven't done any quilting, but I do hope to get back to that because I'm really far behind. And I like the project, so I will be hopefully getting back to I even forgot what it's called. The quilt I was working on. Using my new cutting mat, that'll be fun. So with that, I guess I will stop waffling and give you one last peek at Smokey and hope you have a wonderful week. Happy stitching. Bye.